There's a full day in my emotional intelligence certification. All we do is talk about choose yourself. And at the end of that day, the most empowering thing that people take away from that situation is that they come to realize that my life is in my hand. My life is actually my choices. You can't be comparing yourself with people and be trying to do what they're doing. You see, when you compare yourself with people, the foolishness is that what they are doing, you don't understand the motivation behind it. You know, you can see somebody eating healthy. You know what eating healthy means? You know, they eat vegetables, they eat, you know, they watch, and then you are beating yourself. Say, now wow, see my life. I'm not eating healthy. Sometimes if you go close, that person has an illness. The person is managing health. They don't tell and say, if you don't eat this thing, you will die. Unfortunately, when he's eating it and eating healthy, he will show it to you in a way that it's a good thing. We are eating healthy. You know, as a human being, you're supposed to be eating vegetables. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. Yesterday I ate cabbage. Today I'm eating this. Tomorrow, the motivation behind that thing, what gave him the power to be consistent behind that thing, you don't know. And then you go and kill yourself. The young man is hoping that one day you'll be able to eat like you are eating. But you don't know. And that's why you can't afford to compare yourself with other people. Let me repeat it, because you don't understand the motivation behind what they are doing. The motivation might be such that even you have passed. You have seen. Let's go to procrastination. I think I've flogged that enough. You see, everybody thinks that procrastination is about task. No, it's not about task. Let me just take you deep. I like depth. Procrastination is actually the relationship of two things. It's a relationship between the thoughts that you think and the feeling that follows it, and then procrastination. So procrastination is an action, isn't it? It's an action. Now, from a personality point of view, those of you that are sanguines and have not built yourself, those of you that are melancholic, people, you know, there are two types of people, two sets of people. There are task-oriented people and there are people-oriented people. Some focus on tasks and some focus on relationships, people. That's how we are driven, right? And you can divide that into 4. But the ones that focus on people, you are calm. You don't like wahala. You know, you are respectful. You like to serve. You don't like people to be fighting. You know, if I look amongst those set of people, I will find more procrastinators. If you are here, say I. Now, why does it happen? Now, that's personality. But from an emotional intelligence point of view, you see, a lot of people think that emotional intelligence is a skill of relationship. You remember, you know, they say when you do emotional intelligence, you know how to manage people, you know how to manage relationship. No, emotional intelligence is not a relationship management skill. It is a decision making skill. And in one of the areas you make decision is relationship. Another area you make decision is your health. Another area you make decision is effectiveness, task. Another area you make decision is your satisfaction as a human being. You can see that relationship is just one. When I'm seated inside a restaurant and I know that I'm not feeling very healthy and I'm wondering what to eat, feeling, emotions, feeling will say, eat that chicken, eat the chicken because I like chicken. But the intelligence of my emotion, the feeling, the intelligence of the feeling will say, you remember chicken is not good for you. Then you combine those thoughts and those feelings together, and then you say, no, I don't want chicken. Give me gizzard. What have you done? You have practiced emotional intelligence. Is that a relationship with anybody? No. So there's a definition of emotional intelligence that says it is the effective blending of your thinking, the thoughts that go within you. And by the way, you think about 10 things per second. About 500 to 600 thoughts go through your heart every minute. How many of them are you aware of? Hardly. Can I repeat that? About 500 to 600 thoughts go through your heart. As I am standing here now, you saw my blue shirt. You remember the blue shirt that you bought for your children. You now remember your mother, when your mother was buying those shirts for your children. You now remember when your mother was traveling to where she bought the shirt, and the fight that happened, you will just remember. Everything will just happen in a second. Why? You saw a blue top. That's how thoughts work, right? So blending your thinking, that's the thought going through you, with your what? Your feeling. That is the emotions, the feeling. When you blend the two together, and then you are able to make an optimal decision, you've practiced emotional intelligence. Now, let's take that to procrastination. Why do you think that there's a task in front of you and somehow you are pushing it away? You say, I will do it later. Why do you think that happens to you? Simple. It happens to you because you had a thought. Number one. And after that thought, you had what? A feeling. And by the time those two blend together, what you do is an action. What is the action? Push away. That's the real procrastination. Because there can be no action without a feeling. And there can be no feeling without a thought. And I repeat that. There can be no what? Action without what? A feeling. Now, whether you are aware of the feeling or not, doesn't matter. There's always a feeling there. If I ask you what are you feeling now, some of you don't know. I'm feeling grateful now because I can see that you are listening. Someone else is feeling calm. Someone else is feeling curious. Someone else is feeling excited. Someone else is feeling sad inside this place now. But if I ask people, what are you feeling? Some people are not able to say it. Are you getting it? So, for every action, there is what? A feeling, whether you are aware of it or not. And for every feeling, there was what? A thought, whether you are aware of it or not. So your procrastination is as a result of certain feelings that you have, plus certain thoughts that are going on, and they're pushing away the task. So for example, you want to do something, and all of a sudden you think that it is too difficult. That's what? A thought. This thing is too difficult. Once you think like that, a feeling is coming. What is the feeling? Overwhelmed. Now, when you feel overwhelmed about it, you will say, you know what? I'll do it later. What have you just done? You have just procrastinated. Nobody is doing you. No village people. No boss. Give you another example. If you think that this task they are giving me is not the kind of task they are supposed to give me, they are supposed to give my lower level staff. Once you think like that, right, you will feel disrespected. When you feel disrespected, you're looking at the task, you're saying, what have you just done? You are just procrastinated. When you think, I'm giving you several examples. When you think that nothing is going to come out of, when you think that I'm not good enough, I cannot do it well, I'm not good enough, right? Once you think that you're not good enough, you will feel, what kind of feeling that can give you? You would feel maybe low self-esteem, right? Or you feel inadequate. You know, a lot of times, should I go deep? Feelings are one word, right? Thoughts are explained. Feelings are one word. You will feel inadequate. Now, when you feel inadequate, what happened? You push it away. I'm not good enough. What have you just done? Procrastination. Now, this is the beauty. For every disempowering feeling, there is an empowering feeling. And for every disempowering thought, there is what? An empowering thought. Now, who is choosing the thoughts? It's you again. How many of you just realize that everything is about you? It's about you. It's you. It's what you take in, is what you bring out, is what you decide, is what you see, is what you choose. It's you. It's not anybody. You see, there's a full day in my emotional intelligence certification. All we do is talk about choose yourself. And at the end of that day, the most empowering thing that people take away from that situation is that they come to realize that my life is in my hand. My life is actually my choices. Even though you tell me to go for a training, I still have choice to choose whether I want to go for it or not. When I go for it, because if I don't go, they will sack me. It is not because they chose for me. It is because I am choosing it because I don't want to be sacked. The day I have another job that they say I should come and resume next month, and today they say I should go for training, and I know that it's okay, I can stop now because I have my permanent job. They say go for training. I can decide that I'm not what. Why would I decide that I'm not going? Because I know that another job is waiting for me. So all the while I was going, I was the one choosing. Nobody was forcing me. You choose based on the criteria for your survival. You don't choose because somebody, in fact, nobody forces. Once you are an adult, you are working, nobody forces you to do anything. The next time you think that somebody is forcing you to do something, take a step back and look at it and remember that I said no, they are not forcing you. Even though they are trying to force you, your acceptance to do it is as a result of the things that you are thinking within you. If you had other options, you'll tell them to get out. You'll tell them to get the hell out of here. It's because you don't have another option yet. Don't forget that there are other options, but you are not choosing them yet. Maybe because they are not convenient. Maybe because they are not safe. Maybe because you need to stay here for a while cooking that one. There are other options. And don't ever forget that nobody is forcing you. You are the one choosing because of the criteria in your life, because of where you are. As an adult, your life is in your hand. So, I will take some because I put down about 20 types of thoughts that make people procrastinate. So let me see if I can take a few. Because you might just find yourself in one. Alright. When you think that you are not good enough, you feel insecure. And when you feel insecure, you push the task away. But there's a better thought. What is the better thought? Everyone starts from somewhere. You see, every time you think that you're not good enough, I want you to remember that I said nobody knows everything. I cannot know everything as I am right now. You cannot know everything. In fact, that is the greatest reason why you'll be humble in your life, because you cannot know everything. There's something somebody knows somewhere that you don't know. So the next time you think that you're not good enough and you feel insecure, please remember this program. What's today's date? 13th of January is the beginning of a new chapter in your life, the beginning of a new life. Remember this program. That man said everybody cannot know everything. Everybody is still learning. So this is my own learning phase. I might not be able to do everything, but I can do some things. I might not be able to do this one very well, but I can ask and try. So that new thoughts, what will it do? It will energize you and you will do the little that you can do. When you think that everything is not perfect yet, what will happen? You would feel anxious. There are some of you, the reason you procrastinate is because you are waiting for everything to be perfect. There's no perfection everywhere. What did I say? There's no perfection everywhere. My mentor Lakule Shoroyan will say that even the earth does not have the capacity to sustain perfection. Why? In one part of the world there's landslide. In another part of the world there's what? Earthquake. In another part of the world there's what? There's flood. So if the earth cannot be perfect, should I say this? I don't know the kind of people that are here. Perfection. How many of you are Christians? Let me shake you a bit. You don't mind. How many of you know that God once said he regrets making man? Did he say that? If the God in heaven can regret making man, come on, you are permitted to make your mistakes. You to regret. You to what? You to regret. It's okay to regret certain things and still be you. When he said, I regret making man, did he stop him from being God? So there's no perfection anyway, right? Make your mistakes. Make that. Even America went to Saudi Arabia. Saddam Hussein, they went to Iraq. They said they are looking for a weapon of what? The whole America. Did they find any? An international mistake. billions, hundreds of billions of dollars spent without finding any weapon of mass. If America can make mistake, if your pastor can make mistake, if your dad can make mistake, if your mom can make mistake, please, why are you struggling not to make mistake? Glory in your mistake. Enjoy your mistake. And say, yes, I made a mistake, but I will learn from it. Once you do that, that is the biggest deliverance you can have. Because some of you made a mistake 5 years ago. Until today, you have not made another decision because you are scared of that mistake that you made. Some of you dated somebody 3 years ago and it was a mistake. Now, you don't want to see any man again. Oh, will you marry? Are you getting it? Some of you did a business some years ago and you made a mistake and then you told yourself that you make bad decisions. As a result of it, you are not making any decision anymore. Are we getting it? Some of you think that the thing is not urgent. Once you think that it's not urgent, you are complacent. What you are supposed to be think that even though it's not urgent, if I start small thing now, I will not get to a place where I will rush and I will get better results. Some of you will think that, I have never done this before and I'm scared. No, there's a better thought. The better thought is that I'm going to learn from the outcome. So let me try, because everybody try. Some of you think that, I might fail. The better thought that you are supposed to think is that failing is part of life. Have you met anybody in this world that is so successful and never failed before? You know, failing is not an end. Failing is a process. We are failing. We did not fail. Failing, we fail, you know, it's a continuous thing. So you try something, you fail, and then you go ahead and continue. But because of time, I can't continue. So every time you procrastinate, this is what you're supposed to do. Take a pause. That's why our company is called Pause Factory. Take a what? Pause. Step back. Now that you know that your life is in your hand, and say, what was the thought? Number one. Number two, what was the feeling that led to this procrastinative action? Go back to it and look for the empowering thoughts and empowering feeling. Is there. Go back to it and practice it, and then you would see yourself trying it. You try it for the first time, you try it for the second time, you try it for the third time. In neurolinguistics, there's something called neuroplasticity. What did I call it? Now, neuroplasticity means that your brain learns what you continue to do. So, for the first time, you want to procrastinate, you stop, you take the action, your brain will record it. The next time you want to procrastinate like you people procrastinate, who are you people? You and your brain. You try it again. You didn't procrastinate because you changed the thoughts and the feelings. You did it. After a while, your brain will realize that we are not procrastinating anymore. We have now changed. So instead of the brain to be forcing you to procrastinate, the brain will be forcing you to act. Now it has become part of you. It's called neuroplasticity. It's science. Now that you understand that the better eyes is the eyes of the mind, I want to join my brother to tell you, I permit you to see the best part of you. Where are you in 5 years? Whether you want to close your eyes, whether you want to see a paper, whether you want to look at the ground, where are you in 5 years? Practice it with me. See it now. Where are you in 5 years? Don't limit the thoughts. Some thoughts will come to your mind, you will push it away. No, that's the present you, the weak you pushing it away. Remember that there's freedom. So I am stopping now and I'm saying, see yourself in 5 years. Your brain doesn't know whether you are enjoying what is happening now or what is happening in 5 years' time. Your brain does not know. The brain does not have the capacity to know, to enjoy it. It's going to help one of your cells. It's going to help some hormones. Just enjoy it. If you are in marketplace, see your big shop. You have one of the biggest shops. See it. Don't be scared that it will be bigger than your gas shop. Don't be scared. See it. Right? If you're still trying to get married and you're looking for the spouse, see the kind of person. Just see it's free. See it. That's how to visualize. And the last thing I'm going to say is, choose a day in a week where all you do is what? Is to see. Choose a day. I told you my own day. And the reason why I have an anchor. You know what an anchor is? Something that helps you to sustain something. You know, when you throw the anchor of a ship inside the river, it holds the ship. My own anchor is that every time I finish swimming, and I swim at least 1 kilometer every week, sometimes I do 2. Every time I finish swimming, I want to wash the chlorine out of my body. So I have a slow bath. And at that time, that's my anchor. So every time I'm inside the bedroom because I just finished swimming, my brain now remember that every time we are having our bath after swimming, we see. So I put on the shower on my head, on my naked body, and all I'm doing is seeing 45, 47, 50. And I'm seeing the universities that will be calling me to come and teach about business leadership. And I just started a tech company, and I'm seeing how the tech company is going to work. I'm seeing where my children would be, because by that time, I want them to be everywhere. I have better life to live. I don't want them hanging around me. So I'm seeing them in different parts of the world, living their own life. I just see that me and my wife, we are traveling. I see that we go to Greece, we go to Egypt. We're just traveling all over the world, because instead of traveling, I am training, and then I'm coming back to the company, and then I have these Zoom meetings about the company in Nigeria. I'm talking to different CEOs that are managing my companies. Oh, we are still here. It's real. It's real. As I go, I have sat down in training programs like this before, and each of those training programs changed my life. I have sat down in a program where I heard Ibukun Awoshika, the former chairman of First Bank, where she said, no matter what you want to do, start from where you are. Start with what you have. Today, all the companies that I've started, I've just started a tech company, and we are building a performance management software. I am starting with what I have. 2 years ago, I started with 1 developer. Today, I have about 5 of them. I started with what I had, right? I have sat down in programs like this before, and I heard people say that when you are relating with people, loyalty is the best thing. In fact, Leke Alda said, when somebody gives you a job by referring you, when you are doing that, when they call you to come and do the job they refer you to, call the person that referred you and say, they don't give me that job. Oh, thank you very much. He said, that is loyalty. That person will appreciate you. I do that till tomorrow. What am I trying to say? I have sat down in training programs like this and heard some things that changed my life. As you walk out of that door today, what is that thing that would be said in 10 years time, that on the 13th of January 2024, I went for a program. It is called My Best Year Yet. I made some decisions and my life changed forever. What will it be? When you get home today, don't sleep without identifying some things that you will stop doing, some things that you will start doing, and some things that you continue to do. When I meet you in the future, because we are related now, and we talk about today, I will be hugging you and saying congratulations. Thank you for making that be worthy. Thank you very much, everyone.